Hi traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. So today's report we're going to be focusing primarily on oil and the USDCAD. We all saw some of those unbelievable rallies from risk markets overnight, and really following on through today as well. We've seen the Aussie now is really trying to stamp itself above 70 US cents. The euro has also just pulled back after testing yesterday's high, and the pound was the real surprise packet yesterday. I really didn't see this one coming after basically buyers broke that 25.74 point. It was just a strong surge straight away higher, and we're seeing today that the pound's continuing to move higher. We're at 26.91, so there is a possibility that if buying momentum continues that we'll get a test of 27 possibly, so keep an eye on that one. And it wasn't just about currencies or risk currencies. We saw the German 30 as well, it's powered. It really confirmed that break yesterday, and this kept powering higher, and we're seeing further buying today. And then there was also that remarkable move on the Nasdaq. So on Twitter and Facebook today we have asked the question that if momentum continues, will we see new record highs and a move above that 11,070 point? So a fair bit going on. Markets could be getting a little bit extended maybe, but we could see one final push higher before weakness comes in, or we could see some bit of a snapback. So definitely keep an eye on it. But for now, we are want to just have a good look at oil and the dollar CAD. So we'll start on oil, and this rolls into the dollar CAD anyway. So we just zoom on this. The other day we did speak about this pattern here, which is a ascending triangle. You can see it quite clearly there. These are continuation patterns. This one's been grinding out for a fair while now, and yesterday we did see that brisk move lower to test the bottom of the pattern, and now we've seen that pullback late in the session yesterday, and now we're seeing buying continuing today. So what we would like to see now is this new higher low here basically confirm, and hopefully we could see a breakout of this pattern. So everything sort of does look good. Buyer sellers have been rejected twice now, and we've seen that not only they've been rejected, but it's turned into new buying. So it's really up to now to see if buyers can finally break out of this consolidation. And if we do see a break, basically a projection higher is around the 15% point is the width of the pattern. So possible target upwards of around 15%, around that area. It's not an exact science measured moves, but it's just sort of a guideline to where it could possibly get up to the test. But first, what we really need to see is a break by buyers, and if we do see that break, then we'll be looking for an extension of the rally. So that's the key one to just keep a watch on oil, and we'll just go over that one more time. And we can see that pattern pretty clearly there as an ascending triangle. So you could also possibly maybe say an ending diagonal, but I think it's a little bit too nice and flat at the top, so we'll keep watching it as an ascending triangle continuation pattern in this current trend. So the only worry I have is just how drawn out it is. It is quite drawn out, and you do like to see them a little bit more compact, but the market's never 100% in anything it does, so everything's slightly different. So you can't really take it straight to that textbook example. Things don't always look like that when they're being presented in the actual market. So we'll see what happens tonight and for the next couple of days, and see if buyers are able finally to break out of this and make a new attempt at a leg higher. So that finally brings us over to the dollar CAD, and we can see with the dollar CAD here, sellers are still peppering this low. So again, we've got a bit of a range there, also a descending triangle, and this one looks a little bit better in terms of formation. It's not as drawn out, and we're seeing it's sort of attempting to break now at a good spot, which is around 3/4 into the width of the pattern, which is normally a good place to see. So we'd like to see sellers break that. Now if they fail to break it and this support holds again, it's a slight warning sign there, and momentum has been very slow recently. So that's what we're looking for tonight, is on the dollar CAD to break lower and the oil to move higher. So if oil fails to move, this should fail to move as well, unless there's a real strong move against the USD. And we'll see if sellers are able to finally break through this support point. It's really been holding now since basically going back to middle of June. So they're the two things to watch, and just also to see how risk markets continue after really good 24 hours of trade to the upside. So that's it for now. We hope you have a enjoyable rest of your trading day, and until tomorrow, bye for now and good trading.